Thank you for joining me today to go over TestOut Office Pro. My name is Adam Keys. I'm a product manager at TestOut, and I want to show you how we approach Microsoft Office training, which is very different from anything else you may have seen. TestOut has been creating courseware since 1991. In addition to Office Pro, TestOut has a variety of other IT courses and certification prep materials, including topics such as hardware, software, networking, ethical hacking, and many more. In all of our courses, we have come up with a very unique system to ensure student success and proficiency. If you haven't already received access to Office Pro, please visit TestOut.com and select Office Pro from the course catalog, where you can request free access. Today I'm going to show you how to log into Office Pro through the TestOut website, but it's important to note that we integrate with all major LMS systems such as Blackboard, Canvas, Moodle, Schoology, and any LTI-compliant LMS systems. We'll also take some time to look at both student and instructor features of the LabSim platform. This is the screen that students see when they log in through TestOut.com. The only thing they need to remember is their login information. TestOut course materials are fully online with nothing to download or install. As you can see, you don't even need the Office applications installed on your computer. Again, we fully replicate the Office software within TestOut LabSim, so no Microsoft Office license or installation is needed. Since the course is browser-based, everything works on Macs, PCs, and Chromebooks. TestOut Office Pro covers the most common Microsoft Office productivity applications, including Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, and Outlook, covering all the objectives to pass the MOS certification exams. To bring students up to speed on digital literacy and computers, we also include content that covers online and computer essentials. Topics and labs in these sections include knowledge on the internet, digital communication, online safety, computer hardware, system software, file management, networking, databases, and programming. These sections allow students with no background in computers or the internet to quickly learn and understand the basics of working with computer applications. One such example of a lab in these sections is this one, in which students must set up a computer for their dorm room. They must place all of the correct hardware on the workbench, make the appropriate connections, and start the computer to verify that everything's working. These labs help students get hands-on with computer hardware and software and gain the foundational knowledge they need to be successful in other IT topics. Throughout the course, core concepts and skills are presented through short instructional videos, typically under 5 minutes each. TestOut instructors explain and provide background to the course concepts of each topic, and they include on-screen demonstrations that show students how the concepts are applied to real-life scenarios. You'll notice that all TestOut videos include the option to add closed captions or view as interactive text. This is especially helpful for different learning styles so that students can have both visual and auditory descriptions. Additionally, students with different accessibility needs can benefit from the on-screen text. After the video training, text lessons provide additional learning that can serve as a quick reference guide and allow students to easily refer back to the principles that they've learned in video training. Our courses lend themselves well to all different types of class setups, such as traditional, online, hybrid, and flipped. Course videos can be primary instruction for an online or hybrid environment, or to reinforce concepts taught in class for instructors providing their own lectures. We really do things differently from other courseware providers when it comes to hands-on learning. We offer 4 different types of hands-on labs. These labs require students to build critical thinking skills as they explore the many options available to complete a task and even see what happens when they do something incorrectly. We'll look at each type of lab in our Microsoft Excel training. However, we offer the same types of labs and student experience with each Microsoft application in Office Pro. As we work to build student hands-on proficiency, we start with skills labs. These labs introduce students to Office features by walking them through a sequence of individual tasks. In this skills lab, we're learning about simple formulas in Excel. Our first task is to go to the sheet titled Violet and auto-sum in cell D12. We see a prompt that we did the task correctly and move on to the next task. Skills labs intentionally guide students through different ways of completing similar tasks. Instead of using auto-sum like in the last task, we're asked to find the sum using arithmetic operators. The next task then asks us to try out the sum formula. At any point, we can view the remaining tasks, skip ahead, and come back to those that we may struggle with. Office Pro includes help options for students struggling with hands-on concepts. The first is to ask for a hint, which will provide us with the written steps needed to complete the task. The second option is to view a Show Me video. These videos are short, only 5 to 25 seconds, and show how to complete a task complete with audio description.
To use the average function, open Augustus's worksheet. Select C13.
We believe in using drill and practice to make sure students retain the skills they learn. If a hint or a Show Me video is used, students must complete the task again without any help to receive credit. We'll skip ahead to the last task and grade this skills lab. You'll notice LabSim tracks the use of the help options and provides a summary of the tasks completed. Some of the tasks determine what method of completion should be used, but in many cases, students have the option to complete a task in multiple pathways based on what they are most comfortable performing. Challenge labs are similar to skills labs in which students are only completing one sequential task at a time. True to their name, these labs are timed and challenge students to improve their working proficiency, increase confidence, and improve speed in office tasks. You can see that the tasks in this challenge lab are related to those that we viewed in the last skills lab. This follows the drill and practice framework to build proficiency through hands-on learning. Students are still provided a hint button, but not the Show Me option, making it more challenging. To receive full credit for the lab, they must be able to complete each task without help. Each challenge lab includes 3 different question sets so that students are able to see a completely new set of tasks when they attempt the lab multiple times. These labs are timed so that students can challenge themselves to improve their completion time. A leaderboard anonymously allows you to see how you stack up against other students in your class, school, and worldwide. The third type of labs in Office Pro are called applied labs. These labs move from a task-based scenario to a realistic scenario that tests students on their ability to bring together everything that they have learned. For example, they may need to format a resume or organize a budget spreadsheet. Applied labs are also timed, but they do not offer hints or help, allowing accurate student proficiency testing. Each lab is created in a way to help students review how office tasks are used in personal and professional environments. In this specific applied lab, we're acting as the owner of a small cheese shop. We need to create a spreadsheet that customers can use to order cheese by the pound. Similar to the skills and challenge labs that we've already viewed, we're asked to use simple formulas to create a functional spreadsheet. In this task, we need to calculate the cost of specific cheeses that have been ordered and calculate the sum of the pounds ordered and the total cost. Next, we'll complete the cheese numbers on the right and finish it up by adding a function to calculate the average price, the lowest price, and the highest priced. Let's purposely make a mistake and switch the max for the min to see how that reflects scoring. Before I score this lab, I want to show you that our applied labs function almost identically to the live application, even though they're a simulation. Students can change the formatting, font, colors, column sizes, and really make the document their own as long as they complete the tasks that have been requested. As we score this lab, we can see that even with all the formatting changes, we're still given credit for the work that was completed, with exception of the min and max function that we switched. Details of how to complete the task correctly are listed in the lab report. Scores are instantly recorded so that students can see when the labs were completed, how long they took, how many attempts have been made, and where students may be struggling. Before I move on to the fourth type of lab that we offer, I want to again highlight how advanced TestOut simulations are. Up to this point, everything you have seen has been run in the browser and there are no required downloads. Even though it's a simulation, we spend countless hours ensuring that the student experience is the same as the live application. For example, in this Word Applied lab, we're working on fonts. However, a student has the freedom to go well beyond the task and can even look at things such as the Word options. In this introductory skills lab for PowerPoint, students are asked to change the font. They can do so in many different ways, such as right-clicking, increasing the font gradually with the buttons, and opening the font dialog. In Access, we even simulate multiple data sets that students can interact with, query, format, and more. This robustness extends from our most basic skills lab in Word through the most complex Access lab and allows students to move far beyond simple point-and-click labs. Live projects are the final piece of hands-on learning that we offer in TestOut Office Pro. These labs are brand new for August 2020 and are optional summative assessments in which students must prove their competency in the live Office applications. This means to complete these optional live projects, students must have Microsoft Office installed on their computer. These labs have been designed around comprehensive real-world scenarios, such as creating and reporting sales data in Excel, building an executive presentation in PowerPoint, and creating a sales information sheet in Word. In this scenario, we're analyzing sales transactions for a company called RMK Supplies to help our boss make informed decisions based off of the spreadsheet. When we start this project, LabSim automatically recognizes the installed version of Office and launches the correct application. This works on any installed version of Microsoft Office 2010 or newer on both Macs and PCs. Instructions for these labs can be viewed in two different ways. First, you can use two screens or a split screen if working on one monitor. The TestOut browser is placed on one side and the Office application on the other. As you work through the tasks, you can check each task is complete to keep track of your progress. The second method to view instructions is the TestOut task guide and requires a simple one-time Microsoft Office plugin installation. After installation, you can easily launch in-application instructions, which is something that only TestOut offers. Now let's complete a few of the tasks. The first one is to create a pivot table based on the sales transactions worksheet. We select all of the data, go to the Insert ribbon, and we're going to pick a pivot table and chart. We want to put this on a new sheet, and after we create it, we're going to name that sheet Pivot Table. After each task, we recommend saving the document to upload the progress to the secure TestOut cloud server. With this feature, after saving, we can close the document and resume our work on any other computer that has Office, even if it's a different version of Office or a Mac versus a PC. Saving the document is also important for scoring, which we'll see in a minute. Additionally, we track each document and do not allow students to upload someone else's workbook, thereby reducing the instances of cheating. As we get back to this lab, we're asked to answer a few data-related questions to ensure that we know how the pivot table functions. We'll just look at the first two questions, which is who sold the most glue sticks for the week and who sold the most sticky notes on February 4th. By applying a few filters to the pivot table, we can see that Billy Walsh sold the most glue sticks for the week. Next, we can change the filters and find that Nancy Lawrence sold the most sticky notes on the 4th. We fill in these values on the question sheet and save our document. Let's skip ahead to a later task to show some of the other features in live projects. We can open the task guide and see all of the tasks and move to another section. In this part of the lab, we'll format the product sales by branch worksheet. The first task is to format the data as a table with headers. At this point, I want to point out that live projects do not require students to follow a set pathway of mouse clicks or any strict rules on formatting. They can select any fonts, styles, colors that they would like. We only grade on the end result, which also allows for many paths to completion and for students to customize their documents to their liking. The next task we have is to add a total sum row to the table and show the sum for columns B, C, and D. Finally, we add conditional formatting data bars to all of the data cells. I would love to show more of what live projects can do, but since we're trying to do a quick demo, we'll save the document again and we can go ahead and close the file. Returning to LabSim, we simply click the score button and receive a score and instant feedback on our work. This grade is uploaded to the instructor gradebook, and the document also becomes available to instructors so that they can view the student work and help them through any mistakes that they have made. As you can see from the Office Pro course progression and 4 types of labs, we've really done our best to provide students with the best learning experience possible. In addition to learning the Office concepts, we strongly believe in certification to provide students with a way to validate their skills. TestOut Office Pro prepares students for several Microsoft Office specialist exams, including Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook Associate, and Access Expert. Each TestOut Office Pro license also includes a complimentary voucher to take our Office Pro certification, which includes Word, Excel, and PowerPoint in one 100% performance-based exam. Many instructors use the TestOut Pro certifications as a final exam, allowing students to leave with an industry certification that helps them know they are prepared for careers and other certification opportunities. We provide many instructor tools to make your job easier. Each course includes instructor resources such as lesson plans, course outlines, mappings, a custom course schedule creator, and instructor PowerPoints. When you're ready to use TestOut with your class, you need to do a little bit of setup, link to an LMS if needed, and upload your students. The LabSim platform, detailed instructor guides, and a dedicated integration team make this process extremely easy. Class analytics are also included to see how your students are performing as individuals and as a class. Reports can be downloaded as a CSV file, or if connected through an LMS, LabSim will automatically return the grades. In addition to standard reports, you can also build custom reports to see the statistics you are interested in. Instructors especially like that they can see the amount of time students spent in each course resources and how many attempts the students have made to successfully complete a task. These statistics help you understand where your students are struggling and how to best help them improve. We also provide a custom exam feature that allows you to build unique exams for your classes and select from a large question bank. You have the option to use both performance-based labs and selected response conceptual questions. You can also print these exams to provide written assessments. This helps you validate student learning by providing exams that they have not seen throughout the course. Thousands of students and teachers have benefited from TestOut Office Pro. We're excited to share this product with you. If you don't already have it, we offer free instructor access for all TestOut courses. Give us a call and we'll get you set up today.